we got some recent pickups. Let's see what we got. All right, morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching. We have picked up a few extra new things here over the last week and a half or so, and I have not made a video on any recent pickups. I believe the last one we had was a mystery box. So, that being the case, first thing I want to show off is something I told myself I would never get into. I started getting the pop pins. This one's Count Dracula, or Dracula from the Universal's Monsters line. And I got two more. I have Bride of Frankenstein and also Frankenstein. I need to get Wolfman to finish out the set, but at the time I still feel the need to get him. So, might get him, might not. But I'm happy with the three here I got here from the Universal Monsters. You had Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, and Dracula. So that was the first thing we had. Alright, another thing we've picked up over the last few weeks was two glow-in-the-dark pops. One of them was from Gemini Toys, or Gemini Collectibles, and this was the Shanto Phantom from Scooby-Doo. This one's glow-in-the-dark, and we'll put a good glow-in-the-dark picture right here. So we picked him up. Mostly Gemini exclusives they hold the value pretty well, and of course to anything glow-in-the-dark I'm all for right now. The next thing we had the glow-in-the-dark was the glow-in-the-dark Mandalorian from Entertainment Earth. This came in about a week or two ago. And again, we will put the glow up in this corner right here of Mando. So this one's probably still available to get, and probably can find it other places. But both of those, the one on the Shadow Phantom, I'm not too sure if it's available in Gemini right now or not. But the Mando, I think, might be available if you search for it. I think it should be pretty easily. Check out Entertainment Earth just in case they still have any, which at the present time I don't know if they do or not. Another one that we picked up was the Eddie Van Halen, considering he passed away here about a year ago from, I think, throat cancer. One of the best guitarists ever. I remember when I was a kid, Van Halen playing most of the times, and even going between the lead singers of David Lee Roth to Sammy Hagar, then I think back to David Lee Roth, and then back to Sammy Hagar, and then I guess Gary Sharon was the odd person. If you don't know who Gary Sharon was, he was lead singer of the group Extreme. Look him up if you don't know. They did okay. But after that, I guess, I know at the end, David Lee Roth was touring with them. So I know they went back and forth with lead singers for God knows how much. But Eddie Van Halen, one of the best rockers or rock guitarists ever. So picked him up. Alright, rumor has it that Funko does not have the rights to print any more Doctor Who pops. And for some of you that know, one of the groups I do collect is Doctor Who. And I do have a bunch up here behind me. You see we have TARDISes up there on top. And of course a lot more right behind me through here. I might give a tour of my Doctor Who pops one day. I got most of them. The ones I don't have are the ones that are crazy expensive. But I did pick up a few over the last few weeks since I've heard that this was happening. Two things I pulled off of Whatnot. First one, and these weren't crazy expensive. We'll explain why. The first one was the Ninth Doctor, which was Christopher Eccleston with a banana. This was from the original run, I guess. And I believe on the back of this, I do have them all now. Although one of them is sitting right there loose, Captain Jack Harkness. So I picked up the Ninth Doctor. Another one I picked up off Whatnot, and this was at a very discounted price because it said it was labeled damaged. Well, if you look at the front of the box, everything looks great. And this is River Song. And for those people that watch Doctor Who, you know her timeline is very complicated in terms of jumping in and out of the Doctor's timeline, because she can, well, travel in time too, but there's spoilers with that, which I'm not going to get into. But the thing I noticed about this, that apparently it's set somewhere and got a little bit bleached out on the back, and for my purposes, I don't care. This is going in my personal collection. The front and side look wonderful, just the back's a little bit bleached out. In terms of coloration, you can tell quite different colors, but I don't care. I'm happy to grab her. And last weekend, me and my wife went out and we went antiquing. Well, we came back yesterday, but we was gone for about a day and a half. Went up to the upper part of Ohio, up around Akron, Canton, up in that area, and looked around. She found some stuff, and then towards the end of the last day, we went pop hunting in some places. Wasn't really doing too well. Then I found a place called The Exchange. Apparently it is a franchise up in that part of Ohio, and I think they said they also have a couple other franchises a little bit farther south, but nothing in the state of West Virginia. What I noticed that most of their pops in there were not new. They were mostly, I think, people's collections they sold. That led me to find two of them that I saw and I went, oh, I have to grab these. First one was a Doctor Who pop, which was Canine. This was the robot dog of the Fourth Doctor, and did make a comeback for David Tennant's Doctor, which is the 10th Doctor, and also was part of the Sarah Jane Adventures TV show. If anyone watches Doctor Who, you know who Sarah Jane is. Sarah Jane was one of the companions that the Fourth Doctor had, and of course she made a little bit of a reprise of her role with the newer series that started back in the mid-2000s. Got that at a very good price. The second one I ran into, when I looked at the price on it, I had to take a double take, because I have one of the set of this, and there's only 4 of them in the set. About a year ago, I was fortunate enough to make a purchase from a YouTuber, and I picked up Neo from The Matrix at a very good price. And of course, too, after the new movie came out, it has skyrocketed a little bit. It's almost doubled in price from, I think, the cost I bought it for. But when I saw this one at the Exchange, I had to take a double take. I found Agent Smith, and this was not at a, this was, well, I got it for $25, which I think was an awesome buy. The box is in really good condition. I will see if there's any condition issues at all. This is a 2015 pop. But yeah, I got Hugo Weaving as Agent Smith. Now, that makes me force myself into getting the last 2, which is Morpheus and Trinity. So I'll be on the hunt for those eventually. But I saw that for $25, and I couldn't pass it up, considering too, I did get the Neo about a year ago. One last thing I did find at a antique store, and I'm not an out-of-box person, but when I saw this sitting on a display for $20, I had to pick it up. Some of the older wrestling pops are quite expensive now. When I saw this one, I know what it was roughly in box, and I think the cost on it was $20. So there was an Ultimate Warrior pop. Now, for my wrestling people out there, I believe this goes for about $90 right now. So out of box pop for $20. I'll sit it back there up on my shelf with my my crankies and the super plastics and my Captain Jack, but I'm going to put the Ultimate Warrior up there as well. For $20, you can't beat that. All right, last thing that we're going to show off this evening is a purchase. The initial purchase, I'll get it right, of the one of four of this set that was on Whatnot, and I believe Dangster TV had an auction, and I was just looking and I saw this pop going for, well, I got it at a very good price. But the first one was the Blue Raspberry Slurpee from 7-Eleven. And within the comments, he said, you know you have to get the rest of them now since you have the first one. I said, well, we'll go down that road. Well, I went down that road. Within about a week, looking, I can't remember if I bought this off eBay or I got it through a Whatnot buy it now situation. But I got Pina Colada Slurpee. So, of the 4 Slurpees, picked the first 2 up. Then me and the missus went down to Ashland, Kentucky, about a week ago, and we were looking through, I think it was Time Warp, which I was going to film, but they had no filming policy, so nothing was filmed. But we were looking through their cases, and all of a sudden, here were the last 2, and roughly about the price I was expecting to pay for them. So the next one I found was then Cherry Slurpee, and of course, too, I have not taken the price tag off. I believe I got this one for $21. I think the cost is about $20, $21, I'm not too sure. And so Cherry Slurpee. And the last one then also found down there was Banana Slurpee. So we picked up all 4 of them. So we have at least that little subset that is completed. So I'll be looking for a few more Doctor Who pops, and we'll see what else we can find. I have some more sodas here I'm going to open up, but we'll do that at a future date. So if you like what you saw, give me a comment below. If you have not subscribed, down here, subscription button. I'm sitting right at 250. I'm fluctuating a little bit above and below. But I can always use more subscribers. Watch my content. Give me a comment. Especially if you collect Funkos, Funko materials like Funko Pops and Funko Sodas. And even I saw a couple Dorbs out there. I didn't get any, but I saw them. And a couple of the vinyl figures too at the store I was up to in Ohio, the Exchange. Yeah. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen. We also picked up a few sheesh.